Liquid's paying.
Team Liquid's
Get in there.
Get in there, everyone get in there.
Excuse me. New York Times bestseller. I got a $9 juice from the refrigerated section because it's paid by Steve. I've never had a fancy juice before. It's my first time. Here it is, the $9 juice. It says it's a youth potion worthy of Aphrodite herself. It better be. $9 fucking. It's only 55% juice. My $9 juice. That does taste like melon rose. Is it rose or rosé? Would you pronounce it rose or rosé? What's the difference? It tastes like a rose.
So good.
I got a vegan chocolate tart that is really dry, but it's good. And a vanilla ice latte. I think that whole place is really like hipster healthy, you know? Honestly, it's amazing that this is vegan because it doesn't taste any worse than a regular chocolate tart.
Should be under Michael.
Have a seat anywhere you'd like. I tried to set them up in places where you can all see, but feel free to move the chairs around as you like. It's definitely all about being comfortable.
I'll have you guys know that I got an A+ in middle school art class.
No, it's okay.
So there's an unfair advantage here already.
If you want to, yeah.
Actually, wait. Did I get an A+ or did I get a C? I don't know. Revisionist memory.
We have this lovely piece. It's called Cactus or Cacti. First thing I'd like to say is that we all, we're gonna have a good time. It's not a difficult piece, and the main thing to be considered about the act of painting is that it's supposed to be joyful and it's supposed to be relaxing. If you get acrylic paint on your clothes, just run to the bathroom and put some water on it. It should come out.
I feel like I'm watching Michelangelo. You know what? That purple spot is. It's not a mistake. It's a happy
A
little
lot more than
accident.
a lot of other colors.
Oh, white.
White.
Help me get more white too.
Mine couldn't be more perfect. It's beautiful. I've never seen a more turquoise
It
color.
looks good.
Can I more white?
More white? Ends up being like kind of a version, like an artistic rendition of what a cactus really looks like. Cool, you guys are coming along really fast.
Someone's butt.
I just want to say Jake was saying mine looked bad. And I think maybe he might be projecting. Because mine looks fucking beautiful.
You know Pokemon?
Yeah.
What's the name is?
Bulbasaur.
Let's add some yellow to the green now, and then some white, and bring it to a really light green. But the main,
Was that me?
don't get too frustrated about it. Okay,
This is a
there's a
fucking
dark.
monstrosity.
There's all of a sudden.
It's very artistic for sure.
It's called abstract, Eugene.
No, I'm not getting serious, dude.
Well, I think abstract is when it doesn't really look like anything.
Exactly.
Mine looks like SpongeBob.
Oh, damn, SpongeBob.
That doesn't look cool.
Like this pineapple? It's yellow.
Put your brush in the water as soon as you're at a place where you feel like stopping. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3 again. Right on, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. I hope you had a really good time. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah. It's ugly.
Is your car?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah? Wow, you right there?
I see.
The meta is in complete chaos. Now I say chaos because a lot of people don't really know what's going on, and it has been very divisive in the community. Some players, viewers, and pros all really like it, and some hate it.
And I like how people are saying that this is patch 8.11, when really 8.11 is the straw that broke the camel's back of all of these changes that had contributed to the current state. All the way back to Spring Split, patch 8.4, the game was too slow. Patch 8.9 as well. Rift Herald was changed, does more damage to turrets, can charge more often and still do a bunch of damage. Continue to go on to patch 8.10. More changes that can make the game snowball harder, mostly in the jungle.
Brings us to 8.11.
If you're an AD carry player, your role got hit really, really hard to the point that it is no longer a necessity in the game, whereas before, you were always needed in League of Legends.
First question, define meta.
Define meta?
I'm coming, bot. I'm coming left. Left.
Well, as far as I know, meta is an acronym that stands for most efficient tactics available. Basically, it's just like the best strategy or like the best way to play the game.
As like the team and individuals, you guys might have forgotten it, so we'll repeat it.
The meta is kind of the game outside the game. The best way to go about playing the game, kind of like setting yourself up or getting yourself in the right mindset or preparing strategies before the game even starts. I want to change mine to actually just learning the bot matchups better. Okay. Because I thought I understood stuff, but I don't fucking understand anything anymore.
I think no one can say this is not a good meta or this is bad meta.
It's the first time the game has ever been switched up like this since it came out. It's a pretty polarizing meta for a lot of people. After Season 1, the meta was kind of like set. Mid lane, you're probably gonna have a mage. Top is like tanker or duelist pretty much. Bot lane is support and AD carry, and you're gonna have a jungler. So for the first time, it's been like 8 years since then. It's like deviating from that mold.
I just spoke with Coach Kane, who says that the team is ready to bounce back after their loss against the Guardians last weekend. They identified their strengths and they are working hard to address them. When it comes to the meta, they're less concerned with trying to figure out what the other teams are going to play against them and more focused on their own strengths and play styles. For their match against CLG today, they're aware that CLG is a pretty good team, but they still can't take down Liquid.
We are here for the first match in the North American LCS, patch 8.12. The analyst has talked about it a little bit. Banner of Command is gone. That might be a big shakeup in the strategies that teams use right here. We're ready to go for Counter Logic Gaming versus Team Liquid.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Now in towards the Finch. He's right in the front, but he's going to be able to lock away easily, and Pobelter cleans up Biofrost.
Nice, really low. Nice.
We got it.
Okay, we got it.
Nice pickup. Inferno goes over pretty cleanly to Team Liquid. And now a TP flank. They're coming for this big fight right now. CLG have nowhere to go. Here comes the Orn Horde. Can this be the fight they need? Darshan Kite's back, finds a knockup, but already 6A is dead. And making a second as Zoe falls as well. Looking for a third. Raynor running out of health. A quick stopwatch. Use a double kill now for Doublelift. And they look to chop down absolutely everyone. It's only Darshan left alive. And he's running for his life. The bodyguards are dead. Mr. President, you are going down 5-0. Team Liquid grabbed a clean ace.
They will go to the Baron. This will be an enormous lead for TL.
But it does not matter if he is, because this is going to be the base falling down. The Nexus turrets to fall. Who he's still on the run, doesn't want to die. He might not, but his base certainly will. A 28-minute win for Team Liquid.
Firing on all cylinders, looking so good.
Yep, TL are definitely back.
Yeah, I mean, if they take down TSM tomorrow, it's an incredibly strong start, but still a lot of work to be done before they could do that.
I told them that we were gonna win, just very quietly.
They won. God damn it. I'm glad I didn't like shit talk a lot because we ended up losing.
Wait, you shit talked at all?
I didn't shit talk anything.
Okay, good.
I don't really shit talk.
That's my boy.
I think if more people like playing League and it's more fun, then it's like better for everyone, especially pro players, because like we need there to be fans and like people who like to just play the game that we play for a living. For the longest time, AD carry was just the most broken role. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. Like AD carry, if you won bot lane, you're gonna win the game. Now that there's like a little bit more balance, like in terms of all the roles can carry and like AD carry is more diverse. You don't just play for late game and like you don't get to scale as easily. It's kind of good. The thing I don't like about the meta is the gold funneling strategy. I think it's really annoying to watch, and it's annoying to play too, because it's not really about you anymore. It's only about those two players and how well they're doing. Some parts are good and some parts are bad. But overall, I think it's fine now.
The gold funneling strategy is kind of like old League, where if one person got ahead, you would just lose. And I guess now it's really based on like teamwork, and everyone has to like work together. But having one person carry that hard, I guess it's fun to watch, just like one person shred everything. But I think to actually play it, it's not that fun. It's probably fun for that one person. I think for the meta in general, you can probably play like anything right now. There's just so many different ways to play the game, and people are just trying it out. I think in NA, where it's a best of one, like it's really anything can happen. Any team can beat any team.
I think for the longest time, League was all about like which team is more refined and like which team can like play the meta perfectly and like the most kind of cleanly with no mistakes and just like get every small detail down. And now the meta is a lot more leaning towards like being creative, being individual, kind of like trying to define your own win condition instead of just play to like the one that everyone accepts as the best. It's just like different strengths for different players, and like if you were previously like you weren't that mechanically great, but you were really creative and you were really good at theory crafting, and you were always thinking ways to like outsmart people, then this meta is a little bit better for you than before, and it hasn't been like that for a long time, so it's really different.
Yeah. Let me take out the redness. Okay, I'm taking out the redness.
Okay, yeah. Let me actually. You need to.
Oh, she does this so fast.
Whoa.
Oh.
Amateur hour is over.
Right.
I know,
Well,
right?
he's handsome, so that's all he gets.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm out of here. See you guys. Thank you.
Good luck.
Did you get one shot?
Yeah. I remember when I played Mundo, I have a Sunfire and MR, 1K200 IRM, and I got one shot. Birds coming just hitting E, and Talia just W, EQ, and I'm dead.
I think a healthy meta is just where like both sides are able to outplay each other.
If you win early game and then you snowball really well, you should be able to finish the game like mid game. And if you have a turtle play style, then if you can turtle pretty well in the early game and not bleed that much, then you pretty much win the late game.
I need a base. Can you go out mid first? I want to push outside and then base, so I have to stay.
An unhealthy meta is probably one where just like one strategy is way too strong.
Yo, how long on your stun? I can go in.
4 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, second, 1 second.
Oh, I died. Holy shit.
Guys, I can change.
In every game, in every sport, there will always come a time when like something just comes up and that strategy is so dominant, but it just kind of like it kills the essence of the game, which League of Legends is about like fighting and fun and like everyone having a part of the game.
Big matchup here between Team Liquid, our defending champions, versus TSM.
And this is one of the games that will determine, you know, who is the best technically, right?
Olleh collecting max value to support item. And again, damn it, that's enough! Just an easy kill on Xmithie.
This is such a one-sided match here in the bottom side.
Big team fights, explosive moments, like fighting over objectives.
Well, good vision as well. They've cleared it all out, looking for someone. W doesn't find any. Xmithie, though, is going to get in there. Might just go for the steal, start the team fight after. He grabs it and gets out. Xmithie turns the trick again.
That is not your dragon, my friend.
The most fun games are the ones where like you have these crazy outplay moments because like a strong player can do incredible things with like a really strong character, and if everyone has really strong characters and everyone's able to do outplays, I think it's like way better.
They go to face check.
Yeah, it's finally time for TSM to make a move. Liquid will force their hand. Impact hanging out in a brush. There's no vision they can get. Green gonna try and run in. He's got his flash. He's gonna try and go for a steal. Baron is over. Team Liquid will take the fight. They'll take down Greg. Impact low, but he's got a DA. He'll revive as his team finishes off the Baron, and now Doublelift. Killer instinct over the wall. He's looking to clean everybody up. He grabs one. He's gonna make it two. Now Bjergsen is in his eyes for the triple kill, but it's Pobelter dancing forward into the stun. Impact gets it over. Pobelter outplays the mid lane. They may have started their season with one slip up, but they are back to business as usual, and business is good.
NA is always fun. Yeah, I like the rivalry, and I think it's really funny when people are like just like shit talking the other region. Whenever I play EU, I try to smash them, and I want to shit talk, and I want to make it fun.
Yeah, I think EU teams play really different from NA teams, so that's really kind of refreshing as a competitor.
I won both EU, and I'm excited that, yeah, actually, because we lose both Fnatic in MSI, tiebreaker, so I want revenge.
You know, I'd say they kind of, they didn't luck out, but like they got pretty lucky to like advance out of groups. I really enjoyed playing against Fnatic. I thought Reckless was really good, and I want to play against him again.